Welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at running the toolpaths for the picture frame that you drew in Autodesk Inventor using the Cam tab. First we want to open up our picture frame, so I'm going to come up to the ribbon bar and click Open. I want to come to my H drive, which is once again first initial last name 000. Here's my name and picture frame, and click Open. Once we have our picture frame loaded on the screen, we're going to come across to the top. Above the ribbon there are these tabs up here. We're going to select our Cam tab, and first we're going to set up our part to cut. So I'm going to click the Setup folder. We're going to work these tabs on the left hand side in the browser from top to bottom, and we're going to work these tabs from left to right. So starting with my coordinate system, you can see it's centered in the middle of the workpiece. I'm going to change that origin right here from stock box point to model origin, and that's going to move the origin, the work coordinate system, down to the lower left hand corner. Next I'm going to set up my stock, so click the next tab over, and in this box here I'm going to change it from a 1/2 inch to 0.375 because we're cutting 3/8 inch plywood. Next I'm going to come over to my post process tab, and in here I'm going to take and I'm going to enter in a program comment. I'm going to enter in my name and picture frame. You're going to enter in your name and picture frame. Once you have that done, click OK. Next we're going to come over to the 2D milling area in the ribbon, and I want to select first 2D pocket. Top to bottom of my menus again, and left to right across the tabs. So first I'm going to select my tool, and I'm going to scroll down just a little bit in order to find my sample tools. Sample tool inch is what I want to choose. And then we're going to be using an 1/8 inch end mill, so I'm going to scroll down until I find my 1/8 inch flat end mills. There's 6 of them listed here. I want to choose the 1, 2, 3rd one down from the top of the 1/8 inch flats, and click Select. Next I'm going to come across to the next tab where I select my geometry, and here is a little tricky, so I'm going to use my rotate tool, and I'm going to rotate just a little bit so I can see the bottom of these holes right here, and press the escape key. For my pocket selections, I'm going to zoom in a little bit in order to select the bottom of this hole for the dowel to go into. Zoom back out, and I'm going to zoom in on the bottom one as well to select the bottom of this hole. And I also want this ledge, this surface here, where the picture and the backing are going to sit on for my picture frame. And then I'm going to go home. With those 3 items selected, I'm going to come across to my heights, and I'm going to change my clearance height. Open this up here, and I'm going to change it to stock top, and I'm going to enter in a clearance offset of 0.2. Retract height, let's open this out and check it out. Stock top 0.2, that one's fine, we're going to leave it alone. My feed height I'm going to change to stock top and 0.2, and the bottom 2 I'm going to leave as selected. Next I'm going to come across to my passes, and here where it says stock to leave, I'm going to deselect this because I want it to cut right to the edge. And my last tab over are my linking parameters. When I select that, I'm going to come in, and where it says leads and transitions, I'm going to deselect the lead in. I'm going to deselect lead out, and my ramp style I'm going to change from helix to plunge. And after you have those things selected, we're going to click OK. It's going to generate your tool paths, and now that takes care of this ledge here and the 2 holes. We also need to take and run another tool path in order to cut through to the front of the picture frame. To do that, we're not going to use a pocket, we're going to use a contour. So once again, in the 2D milling area, I'm going to select 2D contour. This first tab that shows up for selecting my tool, it already says 1/8 inch flat, so that's what we're going to use, and we're going to click our geometry tab next. I'm going to scroll in here just a little bit so you can see what I'm choosing. I do not want to select this top edge for the contour. I want it to go to the bottom edge so it cuts all the way to the front. So once that edge is highlighted like you see here, I'm going to click to select it, and then I'm going to go home. Once my contour is selected, I'm going to come across to my Heights tab, and here once again I'm going to open up my windows, and I'm going to change to Stock Top and my clearance offset of 0.2, my retract height, Stock Top and 0.2, and feed height we're going to change to Stock Top and 0.2. Next, we're going to go to our Depths tab. We want to make sure that where it says Stock to Leave, that this is unchecked or deselected. And then I'm going to come across to my Linking Parameters tab. And in here, Leads and Transitions, I'm going to deselect, uncheck Lead Out, Lead In, and uncheck Lead Out. After I have those things selected, I'm going to click OK. I'm going to click my contour, press the Shift key, click Pocket. That selects both of my toolpaths that I'm running, and I'm going to click Simulate. With the Simulate window open, I'm going to click the play button, and after you watch it play through to see how your part gets cut out, you're going to take and click the Close button right here. Once you have that done, we're going to click our Post Process up here in the ribbon, Post Process button. And I want to have the #1 Butler MS Techno Easel, that's the mill we're using. If this does not come up as default, you click the window here, and it should be the top one in the menu. I also want to have my output folder, so I'm going to click my box right here. This should needs to go to my first initial last name 000. Click Open. And then for my program comment right here, I'm going to type my name and picture frame. You're going to type your name, picture frame, and then click Post. One more time where it says file name, I'm going to type my name and picture frame. You're going to type your name, picture frame, and click Save. You can see that's listed in my M and G codes. And here are all the X and Y coordinates that my tool is going to take, and my M and G codes for the machine. I'm going to X this window out. I'm going to close out of Inventor. However, I'm going to do that after we save. So we're going to come up to the orange capital letter I, and I'm going to go to Save because I already have this saved. Once again, I'm just updating changes, so I'm going to save. And then I can X out of Inventor or minimize it. And I can go over to the computer that has the CNC mill connected to it. Click on this icon, CNC mill. Click Translate Execute. I'm going to go to my H drive and select my name picture frame and click Open. Select OK. And I'm going to preview. Once you have this up on your screen, you are going to press the letter S on the keyboard and F on the keyboard. And this is where you are going to stop, call your teacher over. They are going to want to take a look at this part that you drew and you have for your tool pass here before we actually cut it on the mill. Congratulations, nice job. Go get your teacher.